Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It is way too nice of a sunny day to do this intro inside in the office, so I thought that I would bring you into the garden with me. So in this video I'm going to share with you a swing trade that I took live on USD Swiss using my account with the 5%ers. And this is exactly why I am loving swing trading, because I get to trade when I want to and I get to spend nice days like this out in the sun. I don't know about you, but that beats sitting at the screen all day trying to catch those little trades when you can just aim big and sit back and let the trade play out. So if you want to catch my live trade that I took, swing trading USD Swiss, keep on watching. Okay guys, so I'm just in my broker here with the 5%ers using MetaTrader 5, and I'm looking to take a short on USD Swiss. It's coming up to 5 to 10 GMT time and I am looking at the 4-hourly close. I've just literally set a sell stop order here on USD yen. So I've just gone into this a little bit prematurely, but I think the setup is looking pretty good. You can see it a little bit more clearly in trading view here. So prices come back to this grey box I've drawn out, which is a key level on the daily chart, and we seem to be consolidating here. It's broken structure, we've pulled back up to retest this level here. And at the moment it seems to be forming a bearish pin bar, so I've set a sell stop below that candle close, a stop above the main move here, and I'm targeting 2 times my risk just down here at the bottom. And now I'm also thinking about setting a sell order on USD Swiss. Now this wouldn't be a sell stop, this would be a sell limit because price is already pushing down, and this is the setup that I'm thinking of taking. So firstly, on the daily chart here, price has been consolidating pretty much since May. We had been at a high here, we made a low, but we didn't break that high and we just about broke that low, so it indicates that price is starting to swing lower. I drew out this red dotted line just to indicate this key level on the daily time frame, and at the moment price has closed below that level here, forming a new swing low. We've pulled up, we actually pulled back to a previous structure here, and price has been consolidating and it looks like it's just breaking below that level. Here is the same information but using the 4-hourly time frame, so there are more candlesticks here to consider and more data for us to analyze. Now I drew these levels here. The yellow represents a minor pullback, the green the major because it is a deeper pullback. And in most recent price action you can see that it has pulled back to this level, gone lower, and price has come back to retest this minor level. And what I'm interested in is it seems to form a double top pattern here. So I marked the low, which actually matches up with that same key level on the daily time frame. Now we were consolidating along this, but at the moment the 4-hourly candle is breaking below that with some strong momentum. We've got about 4 minutes left until that candle close, and I'm feeling like I want to set a sell order. Now ordinarily with these double top patterns, my usual entry would either involve a retest of the neckline here, or I would take a measured swing entry. I'd apply that to the low and then I would set an order maybe somewhere here so that it's a bit higher up and I can get a better stop placement. It all depends on how the market is moving and how it also looks on the daily time frame. Now looking at this together with the daily time frame, I'm considering setting this sell limit order. So I'd be aiming for a small pullback, a retest of this neckline. I'd have quite a tight stop here, 30 pip stop, which places my stop just above this previous little consolidation point and above that key level on the daily. And I would be targeting a break of that previous swing low, which would be 3 times what I would be risking for the trade. Now why am I considering just a little retest here of the neckline rather than a deeper pullback? Well, it's because of how it looks on the daily time frame. Going back to the daily time frame, that same consolidation here is marked by this little pattern here. So we've got a push up to that minor, we've come down, really bullish candle up, and then a bearish candle down, and then now we're pushing down. If price is to pull back to my entry, my stop is above the current daily candle. If price is to hit that, chances are it's going to be a false breakout and it's going to go straight up anyway. So I think that that would be a good trade setup because I feel my stop would be in the best place, and if price was to just retrace towards that daily open to trigger my entry short and then drop, there's a good chance it will continue down to my target, which is just above another daily structure level. As is the case with trading, you always get to this point where you can follow your trade plan, you can calculate your risk, you can take all of these measures and precautions to try to manage that trade effectively, to try to reduce your losers. But at the end of the day, trading is going to be risky, and no matter how much you justify it with these actions of managing risk and creating a trade plan, effectively trading is always going to be gambling. And you get to that point where you either have to decide whether it's worth the risk or not. For me, I think I'm going to take the risk on USD Swiss. Speaking of risk, let's set up magic keys so I can calculate my position size for this trade. So I'm opening my calculator here. It's a market pending order because I'm going to use a sell limit for this trade. I want price to retrace up to trigger my entry short. So the red line is going to be above, the green line below, the yellow is my limit order, and that automatically makes that a sell limit. So I'm going to set an order to sell at 0.9543. I'm going to use a 30 pip stop at 0.9573. And I'm going to use a 3-to-1 profit target, 0.94, I believe it's 52, I'll do. So just check the actual data for this before I set this. So I'm risking 0.3% of my account, which is just under $60 at 30 pips. And it'll say here the volume 0.18 to make 90 pips. That all looks good to me. Let's click open trade. Alright, so USD Swiss down here, sell limit. A couple more I have here. As you can see, they're currently in the red, but I'm not too worried about them because I'm using the daily time frame for Australian CAD and CAD Swiss, so I'm expecting them to take some time to play out, and if that takes them to draw down, that's fine. That's why I have a stop loss, and they're not near my stop at the moment. Same for Australian dollar Swiss. I was a lot more in profit. It's come back down a bit now, but it just needs a bit more time. And that's why I love using this platform with the prop firm, the 5%ers, because time is what they give you. If, like me, you're trading, swing trading using the larger time frames, the 4-hourly time frame, the daily, maybe even the weekly, and there aren't a lot of prop firms that cater to that. Most prop firms have quite a high pressured system whereby you have to pass their challenges within a very short period of time. It's usually 30 days, and more often than not, it's usually 2 challenges that you have to pass. Whereas what I love about the 5%ers is they give you a lot more time. They give you up to 6 months to be able to pass the challenge, which is a lot better suited, especially if you are a swing trader. The 5%ers also have many other benefits. They don't have any restrictions on news. You can hold overnight and over the weekend. They have achievable profit target goals and also a respectable max drawdown rate on the account. If you want to get some more information or see the full spectrum of features that you can use with the 5%ers, I have got a separate video that I'll include a link for above, and also some information in the link in the description below, so make sure you check those out. Okay guys, so I've just come back to USD Swiss. It is a day later since I got into this trade, and it's about 10 to 12 GMT, and at the moment the trade's looking really good. It's pushing down very nicely, as you can see here on the 4-hourly time frame. Since my trade entry, we got a clear pullback to the key level, which was basically where I got short, and since then price has now dropped and it's broken that previous swing low of the 4-hour. But because price has actually starting to drop after the pullback and it's broken the most recent swing low, I feel quite comfortable in reducing my risk by bringing my stop to break even for this trade. So that's what I'm going to do now. And I'm currently short at 0.95432. I'm going to set my stop just a little bit short of that at 0.9542, because if price does pull back up and trigger my stop loss, it will just have enough profit there to cover the fees, the swap and the commission rate. And just moving on to the daily here, my new break-even stop puts me at the high of the current daily candle. It's Wednesday today, so I'd like to see that this continues out, and by the end of the week hopefully we'll hit my take profit. Okay guys, I've just come back to check my trades. It's later in the day now, it's 4:45, so I'm just signing off for the day. And I looked at my phone app and could see that a lot of my trades had come to a completion, so I'm just giving you an update on USD Swiss. And as you can see here, price just dropped very nicely down to my take profit. So if I go into my history here, I have taken a few losses so far this week. I took a break even on pound dollar with just enough profit to cover the fees. And then here we are, USD Swiss. I got a really nice winner. I actually got a little bit of slippage on this, so I ended up making more. But I did get that 3R profit, so I got 3 times what I was risking for that trade. So far I'm sitting up $125 on the week, which is around about 2R on my account. I'm currently in a couple of trades here, so I'm just letting them play out. They're using the daily time frame. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video on my step-by-step process for swing trading, this live trading video. If you have, please do hit the like button so that I know to create more content like this, and make sure that you subscribe to the channel below, and I'll catch you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.